Hey everybody, thank you for joining me today. So on today's technique video, we're actually going to do some embossing resist. So as I get ready to do the embossing, I treat my paper with the EK Success tool, the powder tool, and then I'm just inking up 4 leaves at a time, and I'm going to do multiple sheets. So that was the first one. This is the second sheet. I'm just making sure I got it lined up right. You know, sometimes stuff moves in the MISTI, but it's okay. I just make sure before I press all the way down that I've still got it in a good spot. And then that's the other thing that I like about the MISTI, is that a lot of times with the Versamark, because if you ink it up well, it only takes one pass. But it's a nice even and complete pressure. Now I did the first 2 with one of the bigger leaves, and then I'm taking 2 smaller ones to put in its place. So what I'm doing is I treated the paper because the other stamps had the Versamark on it, and I didn't want to have any stickiness left over, so I just wanted to make sure that I hit the powder real quick and then pressed down, and I picked up those other 2 stamps. And then I did the same thing, just covered it with the white embossing. And I'm using the white embossing from Nouveau, and it's the Glacier White. So we're just going to ink up one final time. So I did 2 for each leaf grouping, okay? And I did that because we're going to be making bundles of these leaves, and I wanted to have enough for, I was thinking 2 cards, and I wind up getting enough for 4. So it works out. And I did all the steps at once, and I just laid the cards out while, you know, I was doing the other ones, so that way I could heat all at once. So I'm just gonna heat these up real quick. And it's hard to show you on this one because, you know, white on the camera, you can't see white on white. It's not gonna show up in that way. But my tip for you is, when you're heating up white embossing, tilt it on the angle and watch it as it gets smooth, because you don't want to overheat it. Now I'm taking 3 of the Distress Oxides. I did Fired Brick. I did, where's the other ones? Fossilized Amber, and I did Peeled Paint. And all I'm doing is taking each of the colors and really putting them in different spots on all the leaves, so that some of them it looks like they have 3 colors, some may only have 2. But it's just a matter of, when I cut them out, I want to make sure that all the leaves have color behind the white embossing. And after you lay down your Distress ink, just make sure that you wipe it with the cloth. I just used a paper towel just to get any ink that's left on top of the embossing, just to get that off, so that way the white becomes brighter. And we're just going to do that with all 3 of the pieces. And there's no rhyme or reason. Really and truly, some of them might have more green, some might have a little bit more reddish, you know, the red tone to it from the Fired Brick. It just depends. And then I also tried to blend, if it looked like it was too distinct, you know, one color here, one color here, I would try and take one of the colors and kind of blend it out. And sometimes in doing that, it makes it, you know, like a little bit of a brown color. And I'm okay with that. So what I was just showing you there, I went through and did all the die cutting off camera, because that would have taken way too long to do on camera. And then I lined up 2 sentiments, feeling, and then at the bottom, which I'm sorry it's cut off, I didn't realize it was cut off, it says, so very thankful. So it just creates a little bit of a space in the middle. And what's going to happen is, once we do our bundles with the flowers, with the leaves, they're going to attach right in the center. And with each of these, I did stamp them twice. The only thing I didn't do was I didn't heat emboss it. Oh, I wanted to share with you, I got some Brutus Monroe Squeaky clean-in from the boutique. I ordered 2 and they came in super quick, and that's how I clean my stamps. I use that and a microfiber cloth, and it cleans them really well every time. I mean, not that you want to try and, you know, make sure that your stamps look brand new. That'll never happen. But it gets it really, really clean. And then I also got these 2 Stella brushes sets in. It's gold, silver, and clear. And I got 2 because you can't have too many of the Stellas. So I have my bundle of leaves. And what I like to do is then go through like some of my ribbon and baker's twine, and I'm actually going to wind up using this right here at the end. It's not the jute, because jute is a little bit, it's more waxy, but I like this because I like the different colors that it had, and they tied in to the colors that we used on the flowers. So all I do is use my tape runner to get these all kind of like basically glued together enough that I can lay it down and tie a bow for my grouping here. And with the bows, I think it's best just to play with it until you get it, you know, to where you're happy. And I leave it long until I'm able to get the leaves placed where I want them. And then I trimmed the extra string off. And I'm just using some Pop-Tarts that I had in my stash, just to give it a little bit of added dimension. And then I trimmed off the end, and there's our card. Nice and simple. Feeling so very thankful. I just wanted to come back to show you up close. We have one with the yellow, one with brown, one with the green twine, and one with the kind of reddish tone. So 4 cards would make a really great gift set for somebody. It was fun. And you got to color and do the heat resist. And I will tag to the Squeaky Clean and the Stella down below. So if you guys are interested or need any of that, I will have them linked in with the product links as well. Alright, so thank you guys so much for joining me today with this really quick technique, one of my favorites. I'm telling you, if you've never tried the embossing resist technique, you need to try it, especially if you have the distress inks. And it doesn't matter if it's oxide or the regular ones. Just go ahead, heat up some embossing, and do this resist. You'll love it. Alright, you guys. At the end here, I'm going to have links to previous Technique Tuesday videos. And if you haven't subscribed already, just click on my photo. And make sure you hit the bell right next to it. That'll alert you whenever I upload a new video. Thank you guys so much, and have a great day.